How Craig Kimbrel stacks up against the best-ever Red Sox closers. Who would you want on the mound with the game on the line? When Craig Kimbrel blew a 98-mile-per-hour fastball past Texas Rangers first baseman Ronald Guzman on May 5, he picked up the 27th out of the game and the 300th save of his career. He became the fastest pitcher to reach that mark in just his 330th save opportunity, and let out his trademark roar. Kimbrel's in the middle of another impressive season for the Red Sox. He hasn't quite matched the absurd stats he put up last year, 16.0 strikeouts per 9 innings, but the closer is still doing what he does better than most anyone in baseball. As the Sox head into the All-Star break, with the best record in the majors in hand, Kimbrel has 30 saves and a 1.77 ERA to his name. Ad Choice Advertising and Red invented by T's advertisement. It won't be much of a break for Kimbrel. He'll be in Washington, D.C. as a member of the American League side, his third straight selection in Boston and seventh in the past 8 seasons. Included in that timeline is the 5-year stretch from 2011 to 15 that compares favorably to the heights achieved by Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman at their peaks. Decent company, considering the awards for the AL and NL top relievers are named after those two save artists. Kimbrel wrapped up Boston's last game before the All-Star break in his normal fashion. 3 Blue Jays made their way to home plate in the 9th inning. The first managed to fly out to center. The second struck out swinging. And the third took Kimbrel to a full count, then watched a 4-seam fastball land safely in Sandy Leon's mitt for strike 3. With that performance in recent memory, here's how Kimbrel stacks up against the best closers in Red Sox history. Jonathan Papelbon. In 7 years in Boston, Jonathan Papelbon became the team's all-time leader in saves, 219, as well as an honorary member of the Dropkick Murphys. He made the All-Star team every year from 2006 to 2009, striking out 312 batters over that stretch as the Red Sox won a World Series, and he picked up a Delivery Man of the Year award. Advertisement. During the World Series in 2007, Papelbon showed up and showed the Colorado lineup out. He appeared in 3 games, earning a save in each, and did not allow one run as the Sox swept the Rockies. His 2.33 ERA in Boston falls short of Kimbrel's 2.16 mark with the Sox, as does his strikeouts per 9 rate, 10.7 versus 15.0, but Papelbon walked batters less frequently. Papelbon moved on to the Philadelphia Phillies in 2011, where he again topped the organization's all-time saves leaderboard, and Washington Nationals, with whom he had a tumultuous tenure that ended in 2016. Beyond the comparisons, there's a mutual respect between the pair. When Kimbrel joined the Sox, Papelbon described him as a younger version of me, a comparison Kimbrel surely appreciated, given that he has studied Papelbon and tried to replicate his aggressiveness. He's always been a guy who's going to go after you, and you've got to respect that, Kimbrel said in 2016. Bob Stanley. Before there was Bill Buckner, like minutes before there was Bob Stanley. The Red Sox reliever gave up the tying run on a wild pitch. Catcher Rich Gedman reached for the ball, but not far enough, in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. Then Buckner's error brought the winner home for the New York Mets. However, that moment shouldn't overshadow a 13-year career in Boston that landed him in the Red Sox Hall of Fame. Stanley held the top spot on the Sox saves chart for 2 decades until Papelbon came along. While that record fell, he still stands alone for most games played, 637, and finished 377. Stanley was as versatile as they come on the mound and become one of the few pitchers to ever hit triple digits in both wins and saves. Advertisement. The Stanley Steamer made 2 All-Star games, first as a starter with a 16-12 record in 1979 and again in 1983 as a reliever after finishing the season with 30 saves. Although the comparison isn't perfect, due to their different usage, Stanley did not put batters away at the same rate as Kimbrel does. He struck out 3.7 per 9 innings, while Kimbrel is averaging 15.0 Ks in that time. Koji Uehara. Before Koji Uehara came to the U.S., he twice won the Sawamura Award, Japan's version of the Cy Young. He made the move to the States when he was 34 years old and his major league career started slowly. Uehara would wait 7 years for a season that truly matched his heights in Japan. But when it came, what a year it was. Uehara didn't start the 2013 season as the Red Sox closer, but he finished as a World Series champion and the ALCS MVP. At one point during the regular season, he retired 37 straight hitters. Uehara entered the playoffs with a 1.09 ERA, 101 strikeouts, and just 9 walks. Once the postseason kicked off, he posted 16 strikeouts and 0 walks in 13 2/3 innings. The right-hander continued that success the next season, earning an All-Star nod with 29 saves and an 11.209 rate to his name. Over the course of his 4 years in Boston, he had a 0.81 whip, a few ticks better than Kimbrel's .87 mark in a Red Sox uniform. Uehara comes within a whisker of Kimbrel's era 2.19 versus 2.16, and gets the nod in the walks per 9 category, while Kimbrel has picked up more saves and the better strikeout rate. Keith Foulke. If Stanley is going to get some of the blame for Buckner's error, then Keith Foulke deserves credit for making Curt Schilling's famous bloody sock game possible. Foulke carried the Sox in games 4 through 6 of the ALCS against the Yankees, firing 100 combined pitches on 3 consecutive nights. In Game 4 alone, he threw 50 pitches over 2 2/3 innings as the Sox launched their comeback. Then, in the World Series, Foulke closed out every game. He earned the victory in the opener and a save in the decider, finishing the series with 8 strikeouts over 5 innings. If Chad Finn could send any Red Sox closer out to the mound with the game on the line, Foulke is getting the call. He got arguably the biggest outs in contemporary Red Sox history, over the final 4 games of the 2004 ALCS and the 4-game sweep in the World Series. Finn wrote, "He was utterly fearless and should have been the '04 World Series MVP. With everything on the line, I want the ball in his hand." In 53 games for the Red Sox over 3 seasons, Foulke earned 47 games. His 3.73 ERA and 7.5 strikeouts per 9 rate in Boston don't touch Kimbrel statistically, but he proved himself equal to the most demanding of moments. Dick Raddatz. 15 wins is an impressive total for a starting pitcher. Dick Raddatz, a.k.a. the Monster, did so twice, as a reliever. From 1962 to 1964, Raddatz was an absolute force out of the Sox bullpen. His 1964 mark for strikeouts in a season, 181, still stands as the most recorded by a reliever in the major leagues. Raddatz checked in at 6 feet 6 and 230 pounds. He spent the first 4 years of his career in Boston, averaging 2 innings per appearance as part of an outrageous workload. By the time he left the Sox in 1966, Raddatz had won 2 All-Star awards, and faced 2,208 batters. He never reached those heights again and his career was over 4 years later. However, before the orbit came back to Earth, Raddatz overpowered hitters. He was the first pitcher in MLB history to post consecutive 25-save seasons, beginning with his rookie year, which prompted Yankees manager Ralph Houk to say, "For 2 seasons, I've never seen a better pitcher." Tom Gordon. Tom Gordon was the Red Sox starter on opening day in 1997. By the end of the following season, Flash had set the club's single-season record for saves, 46. 43 of those saves came in consecutive appearances, a streak he would carry over into 1999 and extend to 54 saves in a row. The right-hander's conversion from starter to reliever in Boston was an enormously fruitful one as he helped Pedro Martinez lay claim to 42 wins across 1998-99. Gordon spent 4 of his 21 Major League seasons with the Red Sox. Between his various roles, he concluded his career with 138 wins and 158 saves to his name. While he had success at other points for 8 different clubs, that 1998 season was the highlight of his time as a closer. He had a .272 ERA on top of those 46 saves, along with 8.8 strikeouts per 9, good enough for his first of 3 All-Star awards. His teammate on that 92-win squad, Dennis Eckersley, provided a scouting report on Gordon. "You want to know why he's been good," said Eckersley at the time. 2 reasons: a 95-mile-per-hour fastball and a hook from hell. By Taboola. Sponsored links. Promoted links. You may clickable bell. Say hello to the app which gets you speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Babel and Wa fashionable 10 great dresses for formal event. Fashionable undo Blinkist. This woman reads 100 books in a month. Blinkist undo best wonder trip. 7 most breathtaking rooftop hotel pools. Best wonder trip undo at Frizz. The 20 most generous billionaires in the world. Afrizapundo 10 like a interior design trends for 201,810 like Azundo.